All right, so this is Coda, Carlie and Chase's Roadmap to Success, and I just want to go over a few things that we talked about during today's session. The first one being the importance of rules. So remember, no furniture for a minimum of 30 days or until the behavior is changed. And then it's furniture with permission. Remember asking the dogs to sit, and then you can invite them on the furniture. The next part is asking them to sit before they come in and out of doorways, especially out back when they're going outside to go to the bathroom. Remember, you don't have to celebrate that success too much because it's probably going to get them all riled up. So really what they're being rewarded by is being able to go outside or inside. So let them compete for good behavior in all areas, but especially this one. Whoever sits first gets to go outside or inside first, depending on what direction you're moving in. If they're barking, ignore it completely until they stop, okay? And then once they stop barking, go and give them another opportunity to sit and go outside. That might mean that sometimes you're gonna have some dogs in and some dogs out in the beginning stages. Now, if they are starting to get into those little disgruntled moments when they go outside, what you can do is essentially ask them to sit, start to open the door. As soon as they get out of the sit, shut the door and keep up this behavior until they're all sitting and you have the door open. Then call them one by one, having Coda going out last since she's the one who does some of the nipping behavior to the other dogs. So then having her go last, so that way if they're under control and they're nice and calm walking outside instead of all of a sudden rushing outside in a frenzy, that should definitely help that behavior. When it comes to Chase's barking, remember to ignore it completely. Even no matter what he does, just ignore him. That might take a little while at first, but remember, ignoring includes no eye contact. So don't look over at him, don't say anything to him, just completely ignore him. And you're gonna wanna remind guests of that as well in the beginning stages, just to make sure that you're completely extinguishing that behavior. Now, just as importantly as it is to ignore all of that negative behavior, we want to make sure that we're rewarding the good behavior. So him coming over like this right now, not barking at me, demanding attention like that, I want to reward that. Don't forget to reward the good behavior. That is essential in this whole process, is that if we're going to ignore the bad behavior, we have to make sure that we reward the good behavior so they know what to do and what we're looking for. And then I want you to be working on that leadership exercise with each dogs for the next 30 days. If you forget the process, you can go to our website, dogonproblems.com, click on dog training tips, scroll all the way to the bottom of the page. There's a little search bar, type in leadership exercise, and you'll see a bunch of videos on how to go about that. So that'll be a little refresher. It's really similar to the video above this one, which is our claiming the door exercise, and that's to teach them the boundaries so they don't come into the foyer when you have guests arriving, to give a little bit of respect and distance. You can use the escalating consequences to disagree with unwanted behavior, moving them away from the area that they're barking or being disruptive. And then the petting with a purpose. Remember to keep making them sit before you give them attention. That just helps them look to you guys for leadership and direction and helps them with impulse control. So they're not just demanding things that they want, going and getting it. It doesn't leave any room for them to develop the concept of patience. All right, and then last, I just want to remind you that everything you do trains your dog, only sometimes you mean it.